What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Popular Celtics forward Al Horford has a sister named Anna Horford. Now, she's also Dominican, very, very attractive and very controversial. Outside of being his sister, nobody would really know her for anything because she didn't do anything in her life, but she is fine. I will give her that. Very beautiful, very opinionated, and we all know about the Roe versus Wade decision, which affects women's rights to access to abortion, and allegedly that it will be overturned. And she is suggesting that women in America have a sex strike. Okay, so women of America, hear me out. Sex strike. Now, this isn't the first time that something like this has been positioned. All right. Now, what do I mean? There have been times that Chicago ladies and in the black communities have said that if black men would stop gangbanging, or they would not give black men sex or men sex if they were to continue to kill each other. So that's been tried before. Of course, it has never worked. But I want to just assume. Let's assume that she's right. Assuming that she is right. Let's say women in America would do a sex strike until this abortion bill was overturned. What would that mean for American men? And here is my particular answer. It would mean nothing. And why is that? Most men, believe it or not, don't have access to sex. Okay? Most men have had sex maybe, I think the number of partners might be between 6 and 10 in a lifetime. So, and if guys are single, which many of them often are, many of them don't have kids, what are you proposing? Nothing. Okay? Because why? And here's the reality of it. Might not be for some of you guys, but look at the worlds we're going into. Virtual reality. You have these sex dolls. Okay? You have OnlyFans. You have really different ways that we would see that guys could deal with not being intimate with women, like even probably during COVID. During the heights of COVID, a lot of people were just not out. Not no bars, not the clubs and stuff like that. And who were thriving during that time? A lot of men. And what are we going to see that this could, what could the outcome of this be if this were to happen? I don't think the outcome works for women in the way that it would have 50 years ago. A lot of guys took the COVID time to sort of work on themselves, reinvent themselves. I mean, we definitely saw that with Kevin Samuels. We saw that with me. A lot of guys worked on their skills, added skills to their stuff, and they did that without worrying about sex. So that would be even more opportunities for guys to be like, okay, well, no sex, so it's time to put this energy into something else. And that's what we're dealing with. Many guys are putting their energy into something else. So, and we got to go back to this, like, why are women not getting married as much anymore? Because the interest in sex, I believe, for men, and the interest in long-term marriages for men, it's not the same as it was 30 years ago. Don't get me wrong. You still have guys who desire women and are horny and all that stuff. I believe that. But the desire that's out there really has a lot of guys believing, I can't even get a chick anyway. What's the point of trying? I don't make enough money. Or I don't have enough shiny stuff. They only want the top 10% of guys anyway. So what's the use? I might as well build myself up and just not even deal with that, and I'll be okay. That is where a lot of guys can easily be. So then what you will see is no sex. You'll see a lot of women, and think about this. No sex. How are ladies going to get free dinners and free meals? Because you at least, and let me say this, stop the show. Shout out to Alan Roger Curry's and his The Possibility of Sex book. And I want to mention that because I want to use that terminology here. Women have to have the possibility of sex for guys to even stay stringing along. Because without the possibility of sex, then, okay, guys know, like, if most guys understood, like, most girls, you got their phone number and you actually had no chance of sleeping with her, most guys wouldn't do it. Most guys wouldn't want to court you if they didn't think that they can go there. So then that means some ladies would actually not get dates as much. They would not get talked to. They wouldn't be able to get free money from guys. A lot of women depend on free things from guys who they're not sleeping with. I think that it's a good part of their income. Think about OnlyFans girls, IG models, the everyday chick who looks good and guys in her office likes her. Many women get free shit all of the time with the hopes of it going to sex. So now if guys know that it's a sex drive and absolutely there's no idea, no plan to having sex, well then why am I even trying to talk to you? Why am I trying to be your friend? Why am I doing this stuff? I could just spend that money on myself. And there lies the problem with such arguments. And let me just say this. It is not men's fault that the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. I'm pretty sure if they did, there would still be some ladies going into countries that they could do it for free, just like they do here in Europe. There are women that, because you can't get that abortion here in let's say in Poland, but they'll go other places. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, there's still going to be alternatives. But to blame men for this issue is, again, another way to demonize men and make men pay for something that they have no control over. What if something happens where, you know, there's a lockdown in COVID, and so all guys say, no more provision for women? Because women don't have any control over that. Men don't have any control over the Supreme Court. And you see that. Ladies sometimes can make guys as a whole pay for something that other people do. That's considered misandrist. A hatred of men, punishing those who have nothing to do with that. Many people may even agree with abortion, and you want to punish guys who don't believe. Like, what are you talking about? But ladies like this can get away with that. If you say, for whatever thing that happens, okay, in the world, and men start saying, don't take care of women anymore. Oh my God, that guy's a misogynist. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.